Hello everybody and welcome to the first of hopefully many episodes of Crucible Chatter. The main idea behind this series, which will run probably every 3 or 4 days, is to discuss hot and trending topics among those who do play Destiny's Crucible mode. Crucible is obviously a massive component within Destiny, and it seems everyone has their own input on how the game can improve. So what we are going to do within this series is take those discussion points and discuss them openly. We are going to take suggestions as time goes on what we can discuss, and we are hoping that you guys can feed back to us. And because of our very fortunate position within the Destiny community, there is a very small chance that someone at Bungie will see these videos, see these comments, and actually act upon them. So we're trying to do this in a very sensible and fair way without being too biased towards my personal opinion or one of my friends' personal opinions. We're going to leave everything up to the community to feed back to us, and we'll go from there. And obviously any feedback within this series will be absolutely fantastic, so thank you in advance for that. The talking point for this particular video is going to be around the conversation of are shotguns overpowered, quote unquote, and this whole hashtag we are seeing quite a lot of. So the hashtag, for those who do not know, is hashtag make primaries great again. So rather than me, as I said before, just stating my own opinion and basing everything off one player's point of view, I wanted to give everyone an option to kind of feed into this video. So what I did is I asked our Twitter audience, as of right now, are shotguns overpowered, and how would you improve the Destiny Crucible experience? Obviously this was Twitter, so I did have to kind of condense the tweet, and it looks like I made a small typo, but we will leave that to one side. To my honest surprise, it comes across that a majority of players actually feel the shotgun balance is fine right now. I did honestly think that this topic would be a large majority of people slating shotguns, as statistically they are the most used weapon overall in the Crucible, and they are supposed to be a secondary class weapon. However, please do bear in mind that the primary weapons are quite balanced right now. So all of the kills we have on the database for primary weapons will be spread between your full autos, your scouts, your pulse rifles, and of course your hand cannons. And the secondary weapon spread is actually like 90-something% in shotgun's favour. And I would like to point out very clearly, this is data we have on our database. Bungie will have different data. We can only track Guardians who have come to our site and typed in their gamertag, or you have played with someone and we can track their data that way. Some players will not be tracked by our website. It would be up to Bungie to provide their in-depth data. We do not have access to all of that, unfortunately. However, one day we may be able to, so we will see. So, with all of that said, do you agree that the problem is not necessarily the amount of shotgun kills we see per game, and it's more the fact the primary weapons in the game are currently in a position where they cannot shine as easily as a shotgun rush can, especially when you are against a shotgun like the Matador 64, just for example, which has a very high impact and a very decent range. So it can kind of kill you at kind of a close to mid distance, one shot almost guaranteed every single time. So those guys who get in an engagement at close range can just get rushed, and the primary is not going to kill that shotgun. So is that the main issue? From my standpoint, if I was creating the next balance patch, I would make a couple of tweaks that could potentially change the landscape of Crucible quite significantly, just from a couple of small tweaks. First off, I would ever so slightly increase the amount of time needed to ready up the shotgun. Not by a great deal, as I said, but enough to where you see less of those pesky sliding shotgun deaths, all those guys who sprint into one of those boost forward jumps in some form and then get right close to you and shotgun you in the face because your primary does not kill them quick enough. But you also have to allow shotguns to be a part of the meta. So just a very small tweak to how long it takes the weapon to ready up, I think would help. So if you can't ready up a shotgun just as quick, you can't pull the trigger just as quick, buying primary weapon users in close engagements just a little bit more time to get a quick kill. Secondly, and I'm sure many people will agree here, I would like to see jump shooting possible in some form. This would allow people to first of all jump over shotgun users while putting out some damage and potentially gaining a small advantage. Right now, if you are jumping and shooting at the same time, your bullets basically decide where they want to go, which is never where your reticule actually is. This is incredibly frustrating, especially if you're jump sniping, but the whole sniper nerf is another video for another day. But for example, if I'm using a fusion rifle and I see a shotgun slider, I can jump into the air, I can triple jump or double jump, and I can look down, I can hover if I want to, or I can just jump and then fusion rifle downwards. Half of the time, if I fusion rifle vertically down, my bullets just go in every other direction other than the guy I'm trying to hit. And that is incredibly frustrating. I do not understand why we need a mechanic which reduces accuracy while jumping. Jump sniping, especially in other games like Halo, is an absolute staple of a skilled player, and it does kind of suck a little bit that jumping in this game nerfs accuracy. I don't really know why. I don't know if it's to make the game a little bit easier for newer players. I don't know why that particular feature is in there. I know there's a perk called Airborne where you can get a little bit more accuracy while airborne. However, it really doesn't make that big of a difference. So those are the two big things I would change in the meta, just to see how it plays out from there. So that is all for now, in my opinion. Please leave comments below discussing two things. First of all, how would you change the Crucible meta in terms of shotgunning and close quarter combat and primary weapons? And secondly, do leave feedback on this video. This is the first video I've done on this channel and not my personal channel in quite a while, and I do have to respect the differences between a personal channel and DestinyTracker channel, which I do run as well. And I just want you guys to leave feedback in everything. I want to have more open discussions, and of course follow everyone on Twitter. That's linked below for DestinyTracker and myself. There's only 2 people, so I don't know why I said follow everyone. However, do follow them, do send in your ideas for the next video, and until next time guys, do take care, and of course, goodbye.